Whilst watching the political mudslinging in the US as candidates fix their gaze on the Oval Office in the White House, it is sometimes easy to forget the serious decisions politicians and policymakers in the US need to make. A new report by the Congressional Budget Office indicates the decisions made on Capitol Hill are likely to have a significant impact on the short-term economic growth and longer-term levels of government debt. If we cast our minds back to last summer, the Congressional Super Committee could not come up with a compromise on budget deficit reduction, and this was followed by a downgrade by S&P. So as it stands, the Bush-era tax cuts are due to finish at the end of this year, and compulsory across-the-board budget cuts will kick in 2013. According to the CBO, if these conditions remain unchanged, then economic growth will slow to 1.1% next fiscal year, as opposed to 3% if the tax cuts were extended and the cutbacks avoided. Whilst the alternative point of view, where tax cuts are prolonged and spending reductions are stopped, may seem like the obvious short-term choice, it is not that straightforward. In the long term, it would lead to federal debt surging past 80%. The budget deficit is already likely to hit $1.2 trillion this year, which is very high by historic standards. Also, a lack of action by policymakers could lead to the unemployment rate moving higher to 9.2% by the end of 2013. And we're continuing to follow the Republican race to take on Barack Obama in November's presidential election. Mitt Romney comfortably took Florida, and Newt Gingrich faces an uphill struggle to challenge him in the next race in Nevada. More than a quarter of the voters are Mormon, like Mitt Romney, and he already has a base of support after his previous campaign there in 2008. That's all for the moment, but we have lots of interviews here on Dukescopy TV, so there's no reason to go anywhere else for your markets and FX news. Goodbye for now.